Hello, my name is Riley Waite, and I'm here to talk about Jeffrey Dahmer and his vile acts against boys ranging from the ages of 12 to 31. Jeffrey was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on May 21st, 1960, to Lionel and Joyce Dahmer. He was considered to be a happy child until the age of 4, when he had a surgery to correct his double hernia, which after that he became noticeably socially isolated and violent. And after the surgery, he actually began to develop an interest for dead bodies of animals and even like the sounds of clanking bones, which troubled his parents. However, it went a lot deeper than this. Dahmer admits to having deeper compulsions around the age of 14, and during his teenage years, he started feeling the urge to commit necrophilia and murder. After his parents split, he actually started acting on these impulses. His first victim was an 18-year-old hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks. He was taken back to Dahmer's house where he was strangled and beaten with a barbell and then dismembered, and Dahmer put his body parts in trash bags. After his first murder, Dahmer joined the military, actually, per his father's request, and he is not believed to have taken any more victims, and he was actually discharged in 1981. After returning home, Dahmer continued to struggle with alcoholism and PTSD, and soon after moved in with his grandmother. He was arrested for masturbating in front of 2 young boys, though. His second victim was Stephen Tyomi, 9 years after he was discharged from the military. He claims that they drank together, and he woke up and he was dead in the bed next to him, so he just cleaned up the mess. In 1988, his grandmother forced him to move out as a result of his drinking habits. In the following year, Dahmer used his grandmother's basement to lure, drug, strangle, sodomize, photograph, dismember, and dispose of an aspiring actor named Anthony Sears. This brought his total count to 4 murders. Within the next 2 years, Dahmer took his killing spree from 4 to 17. He developed rituals and even tried to create the perfect sex slave by drilling a hole into his victim's head and putting acid in it while he was still alive. That's sick, but yeah. There was an incident with a naked 14-year-old running down the street, but the police took Dahmer's word for him that he was actually his 19-year-old lover, when in fact the boy was 14. If the police were to have investigated this further, they would have found body parts and other sick proof of his murders inside of his apartment. After the boy was returned to Dahmer, Dahmer proceeded to kill him. Dahmer was actually arrested on July 22nd of 1991, and his body parts were found in his refrigerator, as well as Polaroid pictures of his victims lying around and preserved genitals that he would use as trophies. He attempted to plead guilty by virtue of insanity. Judges ruled that he was sane as a result of the fact that he had done this many times, and he knew what was right and wrong. However, he was actually killed by another prison inmate named Christopher Scarver when he was beaten with a metal bar on November 28th, 1994. Scarver claimed that he was disturbed that Dahmer would mold the prison food into severed limbs and torment the other inmates. So, yeah, that was really sick. But throughout the whole time, it has been proven that he has taken at least 17 victims, and he became a cannibal for some of them, which is why body parts were in his refrigerator, and he claimed that they were to eat later. So Despite his demise, his reputation will live on, and not the good one. Overall, his acts will go down in history as some of the most disturbing out there. And Dahmer will be known for centuries to come, and his victims will be mourned forever. But Dahmer was sick in the head, and I'm just sorry for all of his victims and their families. So, yeah.